MJ Rice. I'm from Henderson, North Carolina. Um, uh, go to Oak Hill, class of 22. Um, my story is I would say I didn't really start playing basketball. Well, I would say I didn't take it serious until I would say my my eighth grade year. Going into high school, I didn't really. Before that, basketball always been, it's fun. It's fun to play, but I didn't really look at it as from the business aspect. Like I can go to the league, I can make money off of this. I can help my family. Help my kids. When it gets there. Um, yeah, so I started playing eighth grade. I took it serious. Um, I stayed with my dad. It wasn't hard growing. I mean, it wasn't easy growing up, but I mean, we made it happen. It was tough, but without him, I feel like I wouldn't be the person who I am today without him. I feel like a lot of stuff that he taught me, you know, is coming into play. When I grow older, when I get out into the real world, dealing with businesses or even people in general. It's just well, he always taught me you got to have a certain mindset to make it in this world. Especially dealing with people, you know, dealing with, even stuff that you have, internally, like inside you or, things that you may go through. You got to have people to lean on, but most importantly, you gotta trust God. You always gotta put God first, and you gotta have a positive mindset throughout this, your journey, and whatever that may be. So, but my journey is basketball, so I really have to have discipline and a good mindset. That's something he always taught me, and I feel like I wouldn't, I feel like if I didn't carry that on up till now, I wouldn't have been as far as I am now, especially dealing, MJ Rice, top 10 in the country, goes to Oak Hill, good kid. I feel like if I didn't keep that up, I wouldn't be who I am now. And so that was just some things that he taught me, growing up. And I really appreciate him because look how it turned out to be. So that's a little basic background of, myself and how I got started. I got four brothers, two older, two younger. Yeah, my oldest brother played for I think he played in college. I forgot what college he played in, but this was a while back. My my second oldest brother didn't really play basketball, but he did it for fun. Uh, the uh, the brother under me, he's like I think 9, and I don't really know if he want to get into sports like that. And my youngest is 2, so he he got a whole life ahead of him to figure out what he want to do. But more than likely they will play basketball. They see their big brother doing it, so they probably want to do it too. Yeah, definitely. I knew growing up, my brother played basketball, so I was like, I for sure want to play basketball as well. So I feel like that'll happen with them too. But yeah, I got four brothers, two older, two younger. I think my seventh grade year, I played 1 year of football, and that was it for me. That was it. I played 1 year of football. Um, I think I this it was a little local team. Where I'm from, we didn't really play a lot of games. Um, I think it was just something fun to do. So uh, my dad was like, you should try it. You can really it can help you on the basketball court. So I said, okay, I give it a try. Nah, I did 1 year, and that was it for me. I couldn't do it no more. like playing football. I mean, to me, it's weird. For like football, to me, is weird. I mean, now recently, I kind of, started getting into football a little bit more. But I would say back then, nah, I didn't get it. I mean, it was just a lot going on. Like, I always enjoyed basketball. I like dunking on people. I always enjoyed dunking, like making moves and scoring, getting to the basket. Like that's I always like doing that. Rather than just guarding hitting people. I never like just going out hitting people. It's boring to me. I think I got that from when I was younger. I think in my seventh grade year, I played 17U. So I was always playing older guys. And like even when me and my dad would go, play pickup, I was a little boy. I was playing against grown men, so I kind of got that, that toughness from them, growing older. And then my eighth grade year, from my seventh grade year to now, I always played 17 years, 17, 16, and 15. I played all three. I played all three growing up. So I mean, I kind of got, you know, the kid side, but majority of the grown man toughness side too. So I kind of, you know, I feel like my biggest strength, personally me, because I'm a big guy, I can play a 1 through a 5, really, if it come to that. But I feel comfortable. Like I don't like playing the post because I'm a two guard. So I would say where I mostly feel comfortable is a 1 through a 3. But if I got a smaller guy on me, you know, I wouldn't even hesitate to take him in the paint and just kill him. I won't hesitate. But definitely on defense, I can guard a 1 through a 5, and that's why I feel like my biggest strong point on defense is I can get to the basket, easy. I can fight through contact. I'm an N1 player. I'm like a slasher. So I can do it. I can pass. I can shoot. I can create my own shot. Um, I can make plays for my teammates. I can push it. Um, I can do it all really. That's just how I look at my game. You know, because of my size, I get the best of both worlds really. Instead of just being a guard, I can play. I look like a big man, but because of my guard skills, I got the best of both worlds really. I would say I would say definitely uh, becoming a better point guard. An even better point guard. Making the right decision, um, picking the right shots to take. Um, I would say creating my own shot, but I feel like I kind of do that well. So I would say, honestly, I would say my IQ. I would just say my point guard IQ. As a guard, like seeing the whole floor, um, you know, like breaking down my defender. Like as I'm dribbling, like looking at how he's guarding me, ways I can beat him really. So basically just mental. I would say just mental. Just focusing on a lot of like a lot of more mental. Watch a lot of guys, a lot of point guards, a lot of shooting guards, how they operate, how they break down the defender. Um, yeah, that's what I would say. Hmm. I mean, I like a lot of guys look at me like I said, because I'm a big guy. A lot of guys look at me as a post player, but like really when I get that like when I get out there on the court, like I can really between cross and just pull up jump shot. You know like a lot of people don't really key in on my my outer game. They just focus on how big I am, you know, how I easily move through traffic, how I, you know, easily move people out the way, score. But they don't like really key in on like the moves I do. You know, like I may cross over and just float it. You know, so really, like I said before, like I can really do it all, but because of my size, a lot of people just focus on how easy I get to the basket because of my size, but they don't really look at, you know, like moves I would do, certain moves. Like necessarily, I don't have to score after I do a move, but just about like, you know, if I come around the screen and I just stop and then I cross back over and I go by a defender. Like they don't really key in on like, you know, my guard skills. So I would say that's something that's very underrated. Yeah, I had to guard. Um, I mean, besides my brothers and you know, like some people, well, I can't say back when I was younger because I played older guys. You know, like they would kill me obviously because I'm seventh grade playing against grown men, but they would kill me. But I mean, like besides that, I would say probably my dad or my brother because like they study the game, so it was like I can't really, you know what I'm saying. But like then on top of that, they taught me their moves, and then you know what I'm saying. So like you teaching me your moves and you doing it against me, like I still can't do nothing with that. So I would definitely say my dad and my brother, definitely, because they always had something new that they would bring out, you know, bring out the bag. Like they like my dad's favorite move is he would, you know, he would get you on the baseline. Like he would post you up on the baseline, just spin off you and just reverse it. Like you can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't stop it. Or like he would go to the goal, you know, like going for a layup, and he would lay up on the other side. You just can't stop it. And plus he's big too. There ain't too much you can do about it. So yeah, they always had something out the bag, so I couldn't really do nothing with them. Oh yeah, it's easy. It's easy. I ain't lying. It's so easy now. It's so easy. See, the crazy thing is, I just started beating him, but he used to beat me like when I was younger though. He used to beat me when I was younger. So like now, like I look at it like, nah, you ain't beat me now. I kill him now. Plus I can shoot it, dribble it. I can my body type. He can't guard me now. He old. He getting too old now. So it's easy wins for me. Um, I would say definitely Imani Bates. Um, this ain't in order, but this is just it's ain't in order. But these are just like some players that I've definitely played against that are, you know, that live up to the hype. Imani Bates. Uh, who else is in my class? Jarris Walker. You know, I played against him a few times. Jarris Walker. Um, do you want me to and include me as well, or just other player? Okay, so definitely me, Imani Bates, Jarris Walker, um, Chris Livingston. Um, I need one more. Um, hmm, forwards. I would say, I would say, I would say my man Jay Reed, my teammate, Jalen Reed, 22. It's tough. I ain't lying. He's tough. Um, you know, I don't really care too much about hype or a name, but you know, definitely some people that stand out to me is him. Cause I mean, he's 6'8". He's 6'8". He's strong. You know, he can shoot, get to the goal, everything. So definitely him. I definitely say that's my five. That's my five. Mm. Nah, I just said I would be like a Jason Tatum or Westbrook going out into this year. Just because they're great players. So I said, because before in my old school, my number was two. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to. So I said, let's try something different. So zero, I said zero. And then I looked at the people who was zero, like Russell Westbrook, Jason Tatum. So I said, yeah, I go zero for sure. Definitely, definitely Westbrook. Like how he's aggressive going to the goal, how he attacks big men, big dudes. And then definitely I would say Tatum because he can create his own shot, like his handles. He can create his own shot. He's smooth. Yeah, I'm a big player, but my handles are smooth. I moves that that I do is they're smooth. So I would say definitely Tatum, and plus his jump shot. His jump shot is smooth. I have a smooth jump shot, so I would say definitely. It was I don't know the full story behind it. I think it had to do something when I was younger. I'm not sure, but I definitely wasn't thinking about reclassing up, especially. I just stay in 22. How I look at it. Everything's happens for a reason, and I mean, personally, me, I feel like it couldn't got no better than this. I'm in the best situation as possible, in my opinion. So I don't even want to think about reclassing to 2021 and that. I feel like I'm good where I'm at and just keep progressing. Um, better opportunities. I mean, Oak Hill, the best high school in the world. I mean, it's legendary. You got legends, and as you can see, you got legends on the wall. I mean, the gym is legendary. You know, and it's family up here, and especially we're in the mountains, so it's no distractions. It's no distraction. You come here, it's business. You come here, you come to get better as a player, get your academics, and then, go on about your future. So I feel like down the road, the road that I'm heading down is Oak Hill. Oak Hill is gonna set me up for exactly what I want, and even more, achievements. It's going to boost my name as a player. It's going to turn me into a great young man, very disciplined. So, I mean, definitely better opportunity. Um, but then to play against some of the best competition. I feel like you get the attributes of you know, the name of a top kid in your class. You got to play against some of the top people. You got to prove that, you got to prove why. You can't just let people say, oh, he's top. Nah. See, for me, I definitely want to be named, like, known as one of the top players, but also play against the top people, you know, show you why I'm a top player. So that's just me. Um, that's really it. Nothing bad, nothing negative of why I left BA, but it's just all positive. It's like I said, it's business. In life, you got to make decisions that's best for you. And, what road you want to go down. So it wasn't easy making that decision. It wasn't easy. Uh, Definitely one thing that I was most concerned about was my family back home. I'm being up here in the mountains and they being in North Carolina. I would miss them, my friends, all of that. But like I said, I have a goal and I'll do anything to reach it. So Oak Hill is where I feel, I would get everything I need at. feel like Oak Hill really turned me into, you know, my position, as a guard, because at DA I was the biggest on the court, so I wasn't really in my position. Basically I had to do what it took to win. I had to play a 1 through a 5 on offense and defense. So, it was hard. It was a lot of more weight on my back. But now I feel like I'm playing against I'm playing with the best people, in high school. Some of the top names in high school, great players. Uh, they down here for the same reasons I'm down here. And, as a team, we're there. As a family, we're there. Off the court, we're there. So, I mean, it's been good. But yeah, definitely, I feel like Oak Ellis, has taught me my position as a guard, and it's showing. It's showing, how I bring the ball up the floor. Like I said, space where I can create my move, and learn my position. I mean, personally, me, it wasn't really hard because, like I said, I knew what I was coming down here for. So it wasn't really a hard transition. But I mean, it's not nothing that I'm missing out on back home, honestly. It's nothing that I'm missing out on. But besides trouble and besides, not getting better at my craft and, really, solidifying, who I want to be in the future, my life, I mean, it wasn't really nothing I was missing. Over the break, I got to go home and, see my friends, see my brothers, see my family. For like a good amount of time, 2 months. I was home for 2 months. So, I mean, I got to see him a lot. So really, I didn't really miss nothing. I came to OK to do a job. So, it wasn't really a hard transition. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Because like when I first, thought about it, I came down here and I took a visit. I told my dad, I'm scared, but I feel like it's gonna play out, how I want it. I feel like everything is gonna be okay. I saw the gym, I saw, all of this. I saw the dorms, I saw how we live, I saw how we connect, as brothers, how we roll, how everything is played. So I said, it can't get no better than this. Being back home, I would be missing out on something like this, honestly. I got the freedom to do whatever I want to do at home, but, in life you need discipline, and going to a school like this is definitely where, anybody who wants to go to the league or, have, dreams of any of that sort, this is what you need. You need a school like this, a school that, is going to be on your back every single day. But at the same time, you're definitely getting what you need out of it. So, don't hesitate, family, friends, they're going to be there for you. They're going to support you. Like my family, they call me every other day. That's really all I need to keep me going. Just to hear their voice, check in on my brothers at home. Hey, how you doing? Cool. But at the end of the day, you got to separate yourself. You know, you got like this is something my dad always said to me, work hard now and enjoy life later rather than enjoy life now and have to grind later, during that time. So that's really what I leave them with. Either grind now and, enjoy it later, or enjoy it now and grind later. Um, it's fun, but once again, everything is business. You go down there, you're gonna play in front of college coaches, basically one of the biggest platforms you can probably play on, USA basketball. That's it's big. To even get an invite there is huge. You know, um, but it should definitely humble you. To show that, hey, you are, you know, you're getting this stuff, but you definitely have to stay on your pivot. You can't get big head. And I feel like that's what USA basketball has taught me. Like hey MJ, you are one of the top players. You are one of the biggest names, hottest names right now. But at the end of the day, there's always people that's trying to get your spot. So be thankful, be humble. But when you come here, give it your all. And that's something that's definitely have taught me. But like I said, it's fun. Even traveling with them, being with the other top players and in the world, really being with other top players in high school, just interacting with them and playing against them, playing with them, it's fun. It honestly can't get no better than that. Really, and definitely it shows you where you're at, where your game is at. So when you go home, you know the stuff that you need to work on, really. So really, it's just like a big tournament, really. It's a big tournament. You know, it's nothing, to bring you down or, what I'm saying? But when you get there, you got to work. You got to go hard. You got to take it serious. It's business. But definitely when you leave, you should feel glad about yourself. You should be humble when you leave, and when you go home, just work on some stuff, that you didn't do as well. Some areas that you feel like you should grow in. Yeah, definitely. Um, I'm not gonna say I was super big headed, but I mean, I don't know anybody that hasn't, gotten attributes and hasn't gotten excited with themselves. Like, hey, like, I got this, I got that. You know, but I wasn't super full of myself, but I was definitely like, yo, like I got invited to USA, this, that, and the third. But over the years, I'm like, okay, just be humble with it. Like I tell some of my teammates now, like, like freshmen and like younger guys when they going through high school and stuff, when they getting stuff like this, like yo, like like you're not the only one that's gotten the invite. Yeah, you're excited now, but just be humble with it. Just be humble. Just go through the process. And then at the end, when you reach, that level that you want to get to, then that's when you say, hey, okay. Then that's when you can, be chill about it and, get comfortable and, do, have all the, but not right. Like right now, you can have a little fun, but you can't get knocked off your pivot. You know, you got to keep going. It's an invite, cool. You got to focus on the next invite. You got to be worried about, hey, am I going to get invited back? So always when you go there, yeah, you enjoy it, but always remember it's business. Always remember it's business. I feel like for me, where I've disciplined myself was because at a young age, I was getting D1 offers. Like in seventh grade, I was getting D1 offers. So I feel like that time frame really humbled me. Like yeah, I was excited, but that really, set the tone for me. Like, hey, I can do this. It wasn't really of a, yo, I got these, so I can slack off. Nah, that was like, yo, I'm getting these. Like, it was also like encouraging me to, do better. So at a young age, I was getting all that, doing offers. Scouts was looking at me, colleges was calling me, you know. So that really humbled me at a young age, getting like dealing with colleges and the NBA and all that stuff. So I always roommated with Jalen Hirschfino and Jaden Bradley, North Carolina guys. So we was always in one room. Those are my like my brothers, family. We go to different schools, but it's business. Like I said, it's business. We want to take each other's heads off. See a better team. But outside of that, yeah, those are good guys. I've known them since we were kids, since we were very young. Probably like in elementary school, middle school. I've known them since then. We've always had a great connection. Um, but yeah, cool guys. Um, I'm proud of them. They had, Mount Verde and IMG doing what they love to do. And, guys from North Carolina, we really give motivation to everybody else back home, especially younger guys that want to do the same thing that we're doing. We really setting the tone for those guys back home. So it doesn't get better than that. Um, everybody's trying to get it. I see a lot of guys in college, that play D2, D3, but they out there working, so everybody's always working, everybody's always eating. And then in runs, everybody's trying to bust each other up. So you can't really get, you know, unfocused, or what I'm saying, you can't really, get off your pivot, because if you do, you're gonna get busted up. You're gonna get shown out. So, everybody's, trying to get better, honestly. Everybody's trying to make each other better. That's what I grew up in. Older, like older guys than me that would do me up, but at the same time, they were showing me like, hey, like this is what's gonna be like. If you wanna make it to the league, you gotta play with guys, that are better than you, and you gotta learn how to beat them. So, when I was younger, that was the outlook. But now, I'm older. I beat up on, guys back home, and it's like, yo, like I was in your shoes, you know. Yeah, it's not, yeah, like, yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, I'm older than you. But if you want to get to where you want to go, you got to play against guys that's older than you, bigger than you, stronger than you, smarter than you, faster than you. And, you got to adapt to it. That's going to be, your lifestyle. So that's really what it is. Everybody encouraging each other, but also everybody teaching everybody. Everybody teaching, the young players how it's going to be like. You know what I'm saying? So like family, that's really what it is, family. Um, the schools that's been, on me are NC State, Pitt, Louisville, Wake Forest, Providence, um, and a few more. I don't really keep up with my offers, but those are the people who have been, really contacting me and showing interest. So same, same people, same schools. Yeah. I think that started well. I used to go to the games between Duke and NC State a lot. I used to I'll go watch them play, some of their games, how they operate. Nolan Smith, um, Coach Shire, um, those were the people that, from Duke have really been, uh, that I have a relationship with, and, I've been growing a relationship with. And then NC State, they've always been with me, ever since like 7th, 8th grade. They always show interest in me. And then, so they're at the top of the food chain, the top of my list right now, because of, how loyal they've been to me, how much interest they've shown in me. And, just based off, how they brought me in like one of their own, like I was already on the team type of love. So I really do appreciate all the schools looking out for me. All the schools are great programs in my eyes, all of them. Um, I would say, every school is going to try to, get me in a sense. They're gonna try to sell, try to do everything in their power to get me. So I would say just how they tell me everything that the program is about. They tell me what to expect. They tell me, personally how they're, gonna, you know, be better than the next school, as I would say. Tell me everything that I would gain from them, and you know, all the positive, and they tell me I'm gonna have to work hard, basically just be an athlete. But they like they always tell me, it's we're gonna be a family. We gonna you need people in your corner that you can trust. That's always something that I've been big on, and so every school has said that, and I all of them caught my eyes, honestly, because all of them were saying the same stuff. So that's what they're about. So all of them. Who has been there with me from the jump? Not just who has been there with me on the rise, not when I've got that name, when everybody know who I am. you know, who's been with me when I was gaining that name, before the name, who is, like, oh, that kid got a lot of potential. Who is that? Not when, oh, MJ Rice, MJ Rice this, MJ Rice that, but who is that kid right there? He looks good. He has a lot of potential. So, I'm gonna always go off who has been there with me from the beginning, and how loyal, they've been to me, or how much they keep in contact with me. You know, it's a lot of schools. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot. It's a few schools now that do that. That check up on me every almost every day. Like, how you doing? Everything's good. They would tell me, about when they play, and everything that they got going on. But then they always check on me as well. So basically, like I said, they treat me like I'm one of their players. They treat me like family. They keep in touch with me like we're family. So that's always what I'm gonna what I'm gonna fall back on when it's time to choose a school. When it's time for that option, that's when I think about it. But before, like right now, I haven't even thought about it, honestly, because everything is going how expected. Everything is falling in line, and everything looks good. So I haven't really thought about anything extra. Uh, I like to push the ball. So if a team that likes to run, that likes to play quick, but also plays defense, like we can, like Oak Hill now, we lock up on defense, but our game is playing fast. We don't really, you know, well, I feel like I'm not best in half court set. I feel like I'm best on the move. I always got to keep moving. So me creating, or scoring on fast breaks, or pushing the ball, that's where I'm more strengthened at. That's where I'm unstoppable at. So any school like that, that's where I would best fit at. I'm a cool. Well, honestly, I'm like the leader, so everybody looks up to me. Everybody wants to hang around me. Everybody wants to always hear what I have to say. Hear what I'm thinking. They like to gain knowledge from me. Um, you know, they expect me to lead them. They expect me to, put the weight on my back, as always. So, that's what I do. I always make sure everything is straight. Um, I'm the first one that the coaches go to. When stuff isn't, looking right, I'm always who they go to, who they talk to, um, who they communicate with. And then I'm the one who communicates it, make sure everything is in order. Um, so yeah, definitely. But besides that, I bring a lot of energy, you know, uh, I build relationships with everybody personally. And I never leave anyone out. So we're always having fun. I'm always checking on you, seeing how you're doing. But most importantly, we're definitely going to have fun. We're going to be a family. We're brothers. So that's what I bring to any type of program. Yeah, I'm the star, but also I'm your brother. And you don't look at me as like superior. Don't look at me as like like I don't want to say the leader because I am the leader, but don't look at me as, oh, you got to do what I say, this, that, and the third. No, I'm not controlling. Yeah, I'm the leader, so everything has to be right. But at the same time, I'm your brother. I'm a kid just like you, so we're gonna have fun. We're gonna connect on that level. So, um, I feel like my roles don't change. I feel like I'm a leader now, so I'm gonna always be a leader. I'm gonna always, be the person that people look up to. You know, uh, I feel like I feel like at the next level, I'm gonna play with, you know, um, vets. I'm gonna play with people that has been there, that's there, that's played with other vets. But at the same time, I'm gonna be that young bull that everybody looks up to. Like, hey, that's our guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's who we gotta, that's who we gotta key in on. Um, so yeah, nothing changes. I'm gonna still be the leader, still be the fun guy. I'm gonna still, I'm gonna still gain knowledge, but I'm gonna also, still be the guy that, people go to for knowledge and, how I think, just based off, where I come from and, you know, my past, my story. I feel like people would definitely want to hear that and, how I got to be the person I am. So I feel like people always gonna come from you for knowledge and, people always gonna, key in on me. So, um, uh, like I said, at one point, so it wasn't really, a lot of mental things. I was just being a kid, but when I got into, this basketball thing, that's when everything started to, play its role. That's when, the long nights and, the the downfalls, the crying, the bad mental, all that started to play its part. Because every day wasn't going to be, perfect. But, as the person I am, I always look at, yo, I gotta play this way, I gotta do this. Like, I always, push myself, to that next level of how everything is supposed to be, especially for myself. So yeah, I feel like definitely that's something that I grew into, but then now it's a part of me. Like now, like what I'm saying, when I don't play good, I always reflect on things that I could have did better. Like I always, fall on myself before the coaches do, before anybody else do. I always fall on myself first. So that's just a part of me. But I mean, that's what it takes to be the leader, to understand yourself, to understand, because you only know yourself better than anybody else. You know who you are, you know what levels you can reach, you know what you want out of life. So can nobody push you more than yourself. So that's how I always look at things. Um, I'm a mixture. I would say I definitely watch a lot of NBA players, but I also am MJ Rice at the same time. I'm just not, hey, like I'm just not like, a Bradley Beal or a Kobe. I don't do the exact same stuff they do. Like I said, my build is different. I'm a bigger guard. Like I said, I can do multiple. I can play. I can score on all three levels. I can play, any position. So I would say I definitely take things from NBA players, but I'm MJ Rice. You know, I want to make my own name. You know, I want to make my own model, my own build. Uh, I would say LeBron because LeBron is huge. He's big. You know, he's tough, but at the same time, he can shoot. He can get to the basket. He can make plays for everybody else. You know, the game looks easy for him. You know, it does. It looks so easy for him. So, you know, based off, build and, things that he can do, I would definitely say LeBron. I only watch TV like that, to be honest with you. I don't watch TV like that. But I read a lot of, motivational stuff. Like I know I got a lot of basketball books, like the Michael Jordan books, the Kobe books, all the great players books, I read those. But I like music, so uh, I listen to music a lot. But for like to lock, things that I go to when I know like, hey, I want to learn something, or I want to lock in, or what I'm saying, stuff isn't going right for me. I listen to a lot of motivational stuff. You know, I listen to a lot of Osteen. He's somebody that I listen to for wisdom or guidance. In my daily life. I add that to my daily life. So that's what I say. I do a lot of. But I don't really play the game like that. I don't really watch TV like that. I listen to a lot of music though. So rap, uh, little baby gonna, uh, pop smoke, young boy, uh, artists like that. So brothers, family, my dad and family. I wouldn't be nowhere without them. They give me hope. They give me everything I need every day to keep going. But always God first. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life of 18 years. I've been through a lot, but you know, he keeps me here. He keeps me healthy. He keeps me going. And I can't ask for anything else. So definitely God and my family. Very athletic, so I'm keyed into sports. I've been through injuries, a lot of injuries. Um, so I know a lot about the human body. Um, but definitely I love basketball. So, where I come from, I wish I would have had somebody that, would give back to the community, that would do a lot of stuff for the community. Somebody that I could look up to, to get, to, give me insight of, where I would be going, the road I would be going down. So I would definitely want to work with kids in general that want to play basketball, like just help them, you know, like, uh, like open, build gyms for them or, what I'm saying, do something like that, just help them, just, mentor them on basketball, on life, on road, on the road to, success, really, on the road to success, how I got to be who I am, and, everything that I went through, but also, you know, have fun with them, say, just play basketball with them, stuff like that. So I always want to get back to the community. Definitely Apple Music, uh, Instagram, iMessage, because I'm always, texting family. iMessage, and then, I'm always calling people. I'm always on the phone. FaceTime, I'm always FaceTiming people. So Those are definitely my top four. And then Snapchat. I would say Snapchat. And then, nah, I don't really like to eat before games. I can't eat anything heavy. So I would have to go with Subway. Eat a sub, Gatorade, water, fruits, stuff like that, yogurt before games, and then after the game I kind of load up, eat a meal. But before games, I like to just eat something that'll hold me for the game, to give me energy, everything like that. So I don't like eating before games, but I'll definitely give me something for energy. Hibachi, easy. I love me some hibachi. I love Japanese food. I'm definitely going to give me some Japanese food when I go back home. That's gonna be the first thing I eat when I go back home. Japanese. I'm a huge Chinese Japanese type guy. Uh, I love lasagna, but I'm not gonna eat it unless it's homemade lasagna or if my mother make it. If my mother doesn't make it, I'm not gonna eat it. But definitely hibachi and Chinese. Those are my go-to meals. Uh, Smartest purchase I ever made. I don't really buy a lot. My dad buys a lot, but he buys a lot of stuff for me. So I would say the smartest purchase that I've ever receiving due to my needs is the Normatec and or like the gun, the massage gun, because that definitely helps me at the games. I'm sore, I get in the bag, you know, I maybe listen to some music or play a game for a little bit, just sit in the bag, let that massage my body. Then I just use the gun afterwards. That's definitely something I feel like that's a necessity in life, honestly. That's a necessity that you should have. My biggest pet peeve is when I'm focused, don't talk to me. Like when I'm like locked in and like I'm focused, like I don't want to be bothered. Like I'm really focused. I want to get this done. And then like every no, I would say that, but I have a RBF, like a bad demeanor, I look mean, so like I look mean, but like everybody be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, oh, I'm chilling, fine. Like I'm just laying down, like watching TV. Everybody be like, you like something wrong with you? No, I'm just chilling. So I definitely hate when people be like, like consistently ask me like, yo, like what's wrong with you? You good? Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. Yeah, but they always say you look mean, like something bothering you. And I just be like, nah, I'm just chilling. Embarrassing moment. Um, nah, I don't know. Nah. Oh, I will say like when I'm just, you know, like I'm just chilling or something, and then somebody asks me, like over the summer, like you go home, you have fun, but then all of a sudden somebody hits you with a math question, you be like, I don't know, I don't know. You just, you just have a brain freeze. Um, uh, but that's not really like an embarrassing moment. I don't really think I have an embarrassing moment. But I would definitely say like that math, like over the summer, I would definitely say that because that like happens to me a lot. Like I'll forget or it'll be like it's just like I feel like it's been a minute since I've even did a math problem, something like that. So I would be like, oh, don't ask me. But I remember in in sixth grade, this was for a championship. No, no, this is for a game. I hit the game winner. I hit the game winner in sixth grade. My first ever game winner. I remember it. My teammate, he had pushed the ball up the floor, and then I was at the top of the key, and then he passed it to me, turn around, um, drive to the goal, and then just float it up, like like off one leg, like I'm leaning, but I just floated up, and then it just drops in, and it was like 1 second left, and I threw it in, and it went in, and I mean we won. We went to the championship. So I say that's definitely one of my greatest moments. But I would say, every day, every day I step on the court is my greatest achievement. Just to think about, how far I've come, and where I'm at now. Definitely something to be proud of every day I step on the court, that I'm still able to play basketball or do something I love to do. So just, I mean, he's just unstoppable. Unless it's like the only thing that can take him out is really kryptonite. But other than that, like when he's healthy, like you can't stop him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how like I look at myself. Like when I was like I remember I got hurt uh when I was younger, injuries. And then but like that was like my kryptonite. But when I was healthy, could nobody stop me. So I was unstoppable. So that's just how that's who I compare myself to, Superman. A car, a car. Uh, yeah, definitely a car. I would say a car. Uh, Besides that, my second option would be like shoes. I say shoes. So I don't really like buy a lot of unnecessary stuff. But I'm a big sneakerhead, so I love shoes. I love Jordans. Um, but I definitely need a car, so that's what I'm gonna go with, car. Well, I like I like fast cars, but I also want something I can, just cruise in. So I would say like a Jeep Wrangler or something like that. Like something I can just enjoy myself in. Like a two-seater or something. It's me and somebody else. Or but definitely if like a fast car, I'll say like uh, a Corvette or like you know I wouldn't say a lamb because I don't need like I probably wait on that till like when I'm like when I probably wait on that, but like I say a Corvette to be honest, a Corvette or something like that. A defining moment. Um, like a major moment, I would say. hmm, I would say. I would say like when I go home to visit my family. Like I see everybody. It's just like everybody, congratulate me. People always hit me like yo, like I would say like little kids, how they be like, yo, MJ, can you, give me some advice or something like that. Like a lot of kids do that. They'll, DM me on Instagram or, like when I go home, like I see a lot of people like, oh, that's MJ Rice. Like, oh, yeah, okay. He doing good things. He doing great things. So definitely that, just knowing that, you know, making the most out of my opportunity. And, I'm giving encouragement and, hope to people back home, where I'm from, giving them the courage to, be great. You don't have to stay in a box. You don't have to, you know, be a part of where you're from. You can always grow. You can always, seek knowledge. You can always do something with yourself. So always that. Always great to hear, people say, keep going, you're doing good. But also hearing little kids, look up to me as their big brother. Look up to me for, encouragement, as their role model. When kids tell me like, yo, MJ, I want to be just like MJ. I want to do what MJ do. That means something to me. Because I was just that kid that was looking for, somebody that I could lean on. And me actually going through it, me going through the struggle, the pain, everything that comes with it, but me also being that star for everybody to see at the same time. People always, people back home always look at, the good that I'm doing. Like, yeah, like he's great at basketball, but also he's a great kid. He made a lot out of himself. He has a lot of discipline. That's what I always look forward to. So um it was definitely hard. You know, I went through a lot of pain, but that pain brought me joy and, success. A lot of positive. It really builded me, sculpted me into the mindset, that I have right now. That also I'm like, invincible really. Nothing can really bother me. I done been through, really the worst stuff. I done been through injuries. I done been through a lot of, you know, uh, non-positive things. I done been, at my lowest point before, but I always found a way back to the top. So it definitely like encourages me and keeps me humble, but also know that hey, you know, I'm, I'm just I'm not even 100% yet. I'm really like 60, 70%, but I'm still doing what I'm doing. Like in my eyes, it's scary because it's just like I'm not even really fully healed yet. But look how good I'm doing. Look how everything is playing out for me. Nothing has went left. Everything is going in my favor. So that's what they really brought to me was understanding and patience, and just really humbled myself to really, take advantage of times like this of when I am playing again. I was on a fast break and I was going up for a dunk, and I slipped on my left leg, and the guy fell on my right leg. So really, when I came down, it was like both of my legs was bent, and I couldn't get up. I was trying to get up, I couldn't get up. Um, my dad, I remember my dad had came over, and they strained out my legs, and my legs was bent. They was out of order. They was, they wasn't really together. Um, so I went to the hospital. I got surgery. I think I stayed in the hospital for how long did I stay? I stayed in the hospital for probably about a week. Then I went home the next week. Um, so yeah, it was crazy. I didn't think that like that was the last thing I would have thought that would happen. It's like I broke both my legs. I would have thought like I just landed on it hard. Like I sprained it or something. But found out that I broke them. So I had the surgery. Um, just to talk a little bit about the aftermath of like finally getting back to myself. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn, you know, it was way different than the ACL because I had to, build, well, I had to break everything down, and I had to, it was just harder. It was just a lot of more stuff I had to do with my ACL. But definitely with walking, really all I had to do was just get strength in my legs again. just build my, just strengthen my legs. But with ACL, it was a lot of stuff, that I had to do with that. Like I had to learn how to bend it, learn how to straighten it, learn how to land, learn how to walk again. I had to build it back up. I had to, take the fluid out of my leg when it swells, ice it, everything. So it was just a lot with my ACL. It was a lot, but I mean, I'm better now. Like I said, I'm back playing and back enjoying something that I love to do. It was hard, but I mean, like I said, look at where I am now. It really just made me who I am now. It really just built me into MJ Rice. So that's just another piece of the story that I can add and tell people like, hey, I done been through injuries. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always come back stronger off injuries. That's how I feel. You know, I always come stronger off injuries. So no, it was good. It was good. It wasn't nothing bad. That beast, that humble beast, but also, go out and kill at the same time. Be a humble beast, be a dog, but also be that killer as well, which is kind of hard. It doesn't make sense, but you know, everybody's a dog. You know, something has to get a dog started for it to, really, attack. But that killer is just gonna kill regardless. He's going to stay in that move regardless. So he's always told me, yeah, you're a dog, but you gotta learn how to be that killer. You know, you just gotta, you just really want to, you just gotta want to kill just because, as soon as you step on the court, like, like the court should, get you into that kill mode. Like, okay, this is my business. You know, you shouldn't just want to go out there, be a dog, and you just want to be a killer. I feel like that killer is going to get me way, way farther than that dog will, definitely, because a killer, he's gonna compete at everything. It doesn't matter. Schoolwork, life, learning, doesn't matter. That killer is just gonna, a dog, he's gonna be iffy. He can pick and choose his days when he wanna do something. He may be like this next day, but then next day he may be like this. Now that killer is just in the same mindset every single day. So that's something that I've learned from him, and that's something that I'm learning right now, going through the process of right now, staying in that killer mode, taking everything for taking everything, as a positive, and taking advantage of it, really. He taught me a lot. Um, he definitely showed me, what it's gonna be like, what my lifestyle would be like, and you know, he just been a big brother. Always, gave me guidance and everything. Like I said, referring to basketball off the court, we talked a lot. But yeah, definitely, he's showed me what it would really be like. It's going to get harder, and he showed me that even NBA players struggle too. NBA players are human too. It doesn't stop. Don't just think just because we in the NBA we perfect. Nah, you still gotta work. You still gotta go hard. It's still gonna be days when you're down, but you gotta keep going. That's what he really showed me. Um, I feel like that is like my memory advice that he's giving me. That right there, I think that sticks with me a lot. It makes me feel better about myself. Lets me know that I'm not the only one that's going through something. I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? Just the thought of, hey, yeah, I'm just getting started. Yeah, I gotta work harder. But I mean, for him to say I'm in the NBA and I'm still going through stuff, I still gotta, keep the mindset that you have, as a kid, just getting it. But you gotta have that grown, that mindset as a grown man too. Like there's people out there trying to steal your spot. And you got to get better every day. It doesn't stop. So I mean, that sticks with me regardless. That right there. Uh, Strong, encouraging, smart, forgiving, forgiving. You know, I would say the last part. All the other ones are kind of self-explanatory, but for the last one, it's just like, I like I said, I've been through a lot, and just forgiving people is how you grow. It's how you can grow. Just saying, hey, you know, um, hey, I forgive you, and just keep moving forward. That can go a long way in life. Just saying, just being able to relieve stuff off your mind, off your chest, and to forgive and grow with people. That would carry you a long way. So definitely forgiving. I want to be remembered as somebody that defied the odds. That beat the odds. Um, a lot of people are wishing bad on me, but a lot of people are also in my corner. Um, so I want to be that person. Like I said, from back home, nobody's really made it out where I'm from. I want to be remembered as somebody from because a lot of kids are from Texas, New York, California, places like that, but not really. You know, we have a few select from North Carolina that has done that, and especially like a certain city in North Carolina. So I feel like from my city in North Carolina, definitely, somebody that gave hope to the city, gave hope to my city. Put my city on my back, and gave them hope. That's what I would say, definitely.